Alright, welcome back to a new video. In this video I'm gonna talk about semen retention, because a lot of people been popping up on my recommended page talking about it. And there seem to be a lot of people online claiming that there are big benefits to it. And in my opinion, these same people are the ones who believe in masturbation myths like hair loss, erectile dysfunction, vision loss, acne, you name it. And they claim that abstaining from masturbation reverses these effects. While I don't personally agree with those, I don't believe in those myths because there is no scientific evidence to back it up. I really do believe that abstaining from masturbation rewires your brain. And this it takes around 90 days to completely rewire your brain. Of course, depends on the person. For example, someone who's been doing it for so long, like me, 9 years. I had masturbation addiction for 9 years, porn addiction for 3 or 4 years. Of course, it would take someone like me a longer time to rewire compared to someone who's been doing it for let's say 2 or 3 months. But I really don't know if it's possible to rewire your brain completely. I haven't gone that far. The longest I went was 56 days. And I was still feeling the urges. It was only getting worse. It's the more I suppress these sexual desires, the stronger they become. So can I even fight my loss? Is it possible to win? I don't know, man. It's in a sense, something is telling me, I just gotta accept it as part of my life. I just gotta, because a lot of the shaming, the guilt that people feel when they do that, is associated with the view of society. Society, if you masturbating as something bad, as something insecure people do, as something losers do, people who can't get girls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Also, religion. If you live in a religious society, in a lot of religions, masturbation is a sin. So it's these views also influence your perception of it. So that's why you feel guilty doing it. That's why, because I think if you were to live in a society that encourages it, that sees it as a good thing, like masturbation, that is actually beneficial and stuff. Everybody's is preaching, is talking about its benefits and stuff. In a society that encourages it, I don't think you're gonna feel guilty. I feel it has a lot to do with the view of society, religion that you are in. That's why you feel that way. Anyways, aside from that, I'm going to talk about my personal experience. What I think about this semen retention thing. No. One thing we can all agree upon, I've never met anyone who disagrees with this, is that masturbation drains your energy. Every time you masturbate, you're releasing your sexual energy. You're releasing nutrients, zinc, you know what I'm saying? That's why you feel the need to eat, you feel the need to drink each time you masturbate, to replace these nutrients. You feel me? And you feel tired, exhausted, which leads to laziness. When you feel tired, you just can't do anything no more, you just feel like resting and stuff, which leads to laziness. A lot of people skip their jobs, they skip their responsibilities because of masturbation. You know what I'm saying? Once they do it, they don't feel the desire to do anything else. They don't feel the drive to do anything else, which leads to laziness, which leads to procrastination. I don't know if I said the word right. Procrastination or whatever. I don't remember the word, but anyways. Procrastination, I think. Anyways, that's something we can all agree upon. It drains your energy, which leads to laziness. You know what I'm saying? Which it lowers your productivity. When you are lazy, you're not as productive. That's something we can all agree upon. What else? Whenever I masturbated, I always felt high. I never go high, I don't smoke or nothing, but I always got this feeling. I don't know how it feels being high, but the way people describe it is just how I feel whenever I masturbate. I don't know why. I just can't think straight. I feel my brain is foggy and stuff. I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but it's just me. I can't think straight. I feel My brain is foggy. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if this is just me though. And sometimes I feel like, sometimes my head hurts. Like every time, bro, like, not gonna lie, like every time like I masturbate, like my head's starting to hurt. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel well, man. I feel dizzy, and a lot of time I feel like dizzy. Sometimes when I masturbate, like it's just like I traveled like 200 kilometers or something, like, you know the feeling that you get when you travel like for a long distance? The dizziness feeling, bro, it's the same feeling I get sometimes, man. I don't know, like, how can I explain that, man, but... Anyways, so that's something we can all agree upon. There are addictions way worse than masturbation. Smoking, gambling, alcohol, they're all worse. Masturbation is not really the harmful, like. Yes, it limits your potential. It limits your potential in life, as I say, because of the things it does, because it lowers your productivity, because it drains your energy. Sometimes this leads to dizziness, as I say. Sometimes your head just hurts, you know what I'm saying? You feel dizzy. You just can't do anything. You wanna rest. You wanna sleep. But aside from that, there is no like solid evidence to back all these other myths, like vision loss, hair loss, etc. No, the problem with masturbation is not really these effects. These effects are not really that significant. The problem is with the addiction itself. It's with the cycle. You just can't break the cycle. You're getting back, like, no matter how many times you try to quit, you're always getting back to the habit. That's the problem. That's the real problem. I think I've seen somewhere that it's the hardest addiction to quit. That's the problem. The problem is that you can't break the cycle. And sometimes it's so frustrating, bro. Like, sometimes you give up, bro. Like, it's like this, I can't control my lust. I can't beat this addiction. You just give up on life, bro. Like, you feel like, damn, man, I'm so weak. This is exactly how I feel, man. Every time I do it, I'm like, how did I fall for this again, man? I must be so dumb, man. I never felt good doing it, so why am I doing it again? Like, why am I falling for this trap again, man? Anyways, it's hard, bro. Like, 99% of the people who quit, I'm just saying random numbers, but you know what I'm implying. Most people can't quit, bro. Like, it's only a matter of time. They only quit for a certain period of time, and they return. And this goes for every other addiction, smoking. I know a guy who quit smoking for 10 years, and he eventually returned. It's like, in a sense, once you're an addict, you're always an addict. Because when you're not an addict, you're not thinking about that thing. For example, I don't smoke. I never had the urge to smoke. But if I were to smoke, like in the past, and I quit for like 1 year or 2 years, I might still have an urge to smoke, or just to smoke. I might still be thinking about it. But because I haven't done it ever, I'm not thinking about it. If you get what I'm saying. This is how masturbation feels like to me. It's like no matter how much time I abstain from it, I'm always still thinking about it. I always get the urges. When I was not doing it, like before, like my addiction, I was not thinking about it. I wasn't getting urges. But now I'm constantly getting urges. I'm constantly thinking about it. Same goes for porn. I was masturbating without porn for years. I never thought about porn. I knew about porn, but I never thought about it. I never felt the urge to go on it. You know what I'm saying? But once I got addicted to it, I always felt like from that moment, I always and still feel the urge to masturbate with porn, using porn. Like it's like it's impossible to return to normal. Like in a sense, it's like you're always in a battle. You're always in a conflict with your addiction. You can never heal from addiction. It's like it always leaves scars, brother. And these scars can get you can get you to drive you to your initial point. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? This is fucked up, bro. Like I really wish there was some treatment or something, because I just can't stand this. I can't do it, man. It overpowers me every time, bro. It overpowers me every time, man. Like, I wish I could quit completely, but it's not possible. I just can't, man. No matter what I do, like the best thing you can do is surround yourself with people. Be busy, do something around people. Because when you're around people, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching you, you can't do it. You're not private. It's like you gotta limit your private time like as much as possible. That's the best way to deal with it. But the problem is that you can't always be with people. You're gonna be alone when you go home from, you know, when you go home from work, for example. You're always gonna be in a situation when you're alone. This is where you're gonna be challenged. So you can't always be around people. But the best thing, like if you want to go like on your semen retention journey, if you want to like abstain from masturbation for a set fix of, like you want to set a goal, for example, abstain from masturbation for 90 days. Like the best thing you can do is what I told you, in my opinion. Be around people that help me. Like when I went on my 56 days streak, I was working as a car washer. I was working all day. And when I got home, I was tired as fuck, like I didn't have energy to do anything else. And that helped me, I didn't have energy, but when you are just at home, like, you're not doing anything, like, you're just sitting on your phone, of course you're gonna get the urges, of course you are more prone to masturbating. Because when you're alone, bro, like, all the thoughts come into your mind. And you have complete privacy, so you know. Anyways, man, that's the message, man. That's what I'm gonna say. If you wanna better your life, then try to go on this semen retention journey. I'm with this semen retention journey. Even if you can't quit, just go long as possible as you can, man. Always try to go long as possible. Because when you, like in this moment where you are abstaining, bro, like, this is the moments where you're gonna feel better, like, this is the moment where you are more free than ever. And I would say, like, it definitely, having more energy definitely is better. Feeling more energetic definitely is better. So always, like, try to stay out of masturbation if you can, man. It does no good. Like there is zero benefit to it. You can gain, if you want pleasure, you can gain pleasure from doing other things, video games, hanging out with friends. You know what I'm saying? This is just not the way, man. I don't want to be addicted to anything, man. Like anything like this, man. Like anything that's not beneficial, bro. I don't want to be addicted to it. I wish I could replace this habit with something else, man. At the moment, I'm just like, I'm not doing anything with my life, man. I'm just sitting at home, bro. Like, man, I wish, bro, like there was someone like I could spend time with. Maybe I could take that energy into something else. Maybe like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be alone, bro. Like taking it out of my energy is not enough, man. I just don't want to be alone, bro. It's not possible for me at the moment. That's why I'm struggling a lot. Anyways, so my advice is this. Go as long as you can. The better, like, the more longer you go, the better. This is when you are like in your semen retention journey, one thing I've noticed, like, aside from everything I said before, one thing I noticed is that you start to enjoy the little things in life. You start to appreciate the little things in life. You find walking in nature like more enjoyable. You find staring at the sun more enjoyable. You find, hanging out with or talking to your loved ones more enjoyable. But when you are in this cycle of addiction, like the only thing that's enjoyable to you, even for the little temporary moment, is masturbation. Everything else feels dry to you. I'm sure you can relate if you're addicted. Like, everything else feels dry to you because nothing else releases as much dopamine as masturbation. It's like you fucked up your dopamine pathways, man. You need so much dopamine to feel good. Anything that releases a little dopamine, anything that you can't do anything that requires like long-term commitment. Okay? Anyways, that's it, man.